Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our math lesson today. We're going to be discussing addition and subtraction as part of our Operations Awareness Unit. Many of you already know and are familiar with these operations, but I'm going to go a little more in depth on when we use them and also the concept of regrouping, because a lot of students seem to have some confusion about what regrouping is. Okay, so let's review. What is addition? Well, as you can see by this picture here, addition is when we add or combine two or more numbers or values together. And we use something called the plus sign, the addition sign, okay? So these 3 chicks combined with another 3 chicks equals 6 chicks all together. So this answer right here, 6, this is called the sum. So anytime you're working with an addition problem, the answer is called a sum. You will be adding, okay, putting together. Whereas subtraction, as you can tell by this picture, is when we take away or minus one number from another. And we use the minus sign, which is right here. It's a little dash. So I have here 4 umbrellas, take away 1 umbrella equals 3 umbrellas left over. The answer to this equation is called the difference. Okay, so when you're solving subtraction problems, the answer is the difference, and you're using the minus sign because you're taking away. Typically, you'll be subtracting a smaller number from a larger number. Okay, for our purposes, it's pretty much always going to be the larger number goes first, followed by minus the smaller number. All right. So it is super important to keep track of place value when you are adding or subtracting. So whether you solve it vertically or horizontally, you need to make sure that you are aware of what the place value is and you are keeping track of it. The reason why is because this is what regrouping is all about. So sometimes when we add or subtract, we have to regroup numbers. All that regrouping is, it's rearranging a digit's place value without changing the overall number itself. Okay, you might have heard it as borrowing from another place value. So when you regroup, you are rewriting the problem such that you are breaking down the place value and effectively borrowing. Okay, so let's look at this example right here. 373 plus 158. So I always start from right to left, okay, when you are solving addition and subtraction problems. So I know 3 plus 8, if I have my calculator, it's 11. But I can't put 11 in the ones place. I put a 1 and I carry a 1. Why? Because there's in 11, there is 1 in the ones place and there's 1 in the tens place. So I need to regroup and move this 1 to the tens place, okay? Now we're on the tens place. So 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 5, I'll give you a second to add it in your calculator, is 13. But I can't put 13, the number, in the tens place. I can only drop down a 3, okay? So that means I have 3 in the tens place rather, and then I bring over that 1 to the hundreds place, okay? Because that's the same as saying 10 plus 70 plus 50. 10 plus 70 is 80. 80 plus 50 is 130, all right? Nothing in the ones place except for the one that was already there. A 3 in the tens to represent 30, and a 1 to represent 100s. Now I'm in the hundreds place value column, okay? So right here, this is saying 100 plus 300 plus 100. Well, I know that 100 plus 300 is 400. 400 plus 100 is 500, okay? So I realize that might sound confusing. It's when you practice that it'll start to make more sense, okay? But regrouping and place value go hand in hand. There's an intimate relationship that you need to understand, all right? So if you're having trouble with place value, you're probably gonna have trouble with regrouping. Now, when you're doing subtraction with regrouping, instead of bringing it over to the next place, you are borrowing or taking away from the higher place value, okay? So in this number, 84 minus 56, I start from my right side, 4 minus 6. Well, I can't subtract a larger number from a smaller number because the 4 is smaller. So I'm going to regroup this 80 and make it 70 and bring a 10 over, okay? So you're taking away 10 from the 80 right here. So now it's 70 and you have 14. If you guys have your calculator handy, you know that 14 minus 6 is 8, okay? And now I can move on. 14 minus 6, 8. Nothing goes over to the next place value. I'm going to continue on. 7 or 70 minus 50 is what? This one's easy. I can subtract this one without having to regroup. It's 20, and so my difference is 28, okay? And it's really helpful sometimes to actually use the visual base 10 rods and 1 blocks when you are regrouping. So I will try and find some worksheets or activities that involve that so that you can see it visually what you're doing. All right, these are some sample problems, okay? And we can practice them together. I'm going to need to exit from my current view. All right, so let's solve these together. I'm not sure if there's a text box already. Cool, I will put one. Oh my. Oh, there's already a text box. Cool, okay. So I have here 46 plus 67. Ooh, what could that be? All right, we'll get your calculators out. 6 plus 7. Ooh, that's going to go over 10 or over 9. So I know that I can bring a 3 down to the ones place, and I will bring a 1 or a 10 over to the tens place. Okay, so that's 10 plus 40 is 50. 50 plus 60. Ooh, I'm going to have to regroup again. All right, and so my answer, 50 plus 60, is of course 110. So you will have 103 as your answer. Sorry, 113 as your answer. Okay, so 46 plus 67 is 113. All right. Same for this bottom one. 4 plus 9. If I do 4 plus 9, I'll have to regroup and carry over to the tens place. I know that 4 plus 9 is 13, so I will bring a 3 down, carry a 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10, all right? Or 60 plus 40, rather, is 100. So you're going to put 103 as your answer, all right? I'll let you guys try the bottom one on your own. Let me do this side for you now. Oh my. Okay, here we go. I have 43 minus 19. All right, so 3 minus 9. Oh, 9's a bigger number. Can't do that. Got to regroup and take away a 10 from the tens place, okay? So this 4 will become a 3, and this will become a 13. 13 minus 9, as you know, is 4. And now you have 3 or 30 minus 10, which is 20. Bring a 2 down to the tens place. Your answer is 24. Last one I'll do with you guys. 90 minus 47. Of course, I can't subtract 7 from 0. So I'm going to borrow from the tens place. This becomes 10. So 10 minus 7 is 3. The 9 becomes an 8. 8 minus 4 is 4. So my difference is 43. Okay, and then I want you guys to try the bottom one on your own. You may use a calculator. You may write it out with a whiteboard. Whatever you need to do to make yourself feel more comfortable. But I hope that this sheds a little light on the importance of regrouping when you are adding and subtracting. Of course, we don't always regroup when we add or subtract, but it's something that we're going to be using more frequently since we're working with larger values, okay? I will see you guys during today's Zoom session. Take care until then. Bye.